is Saturday, what will undoubtedly be the busiest day of the convention. Jen will be joining me shortly, but I am heading in now. We did not win the lottery to get into the Galaxy's Edge panel this morning, but they are going to have new merchandise at their booth today, so I'm going to show you guys that, show you guys some other cool stuff, and hopefully we'll get into the Electronic Arts panel for the unveiling of the new Star Wars game. Really looking forward to checking that one out. So, let's see what we can see. It's actually not too bad out here. And look, they took the black banner off and have unveiled the final part of this awesome mural. Again, it's already been revealed online, but if you haven't seen it, there it is. You can see everyone in their Episode 9 garb. Once more, onto the breach. Lots of activity this morning at the Amazon booth. Today they're giving away the Lego Star Wars Darth Vader's Castle. Well, not giving away, it's $89.99. But there's a game going on. This is always one of the most crowded booths of the convention. Pretty cool looking though. Kind of that food truck vibe. Oddly enough, I was kind of hoping they would have an Episode 9 shirt on sale today at the convention after the unveiling of the official title yesterday. But no, I haven't seen one. I haven't heard of one. There's a bunch on Amazon.com right now. I don't know if any of them are official, but there's not one here, which is where I'd really like to get one. There's the line to get that Sideshow or Diamond Select exclusive Darth Maul statue. The thing is incredible, but woo, there's no way I can get that home. Alright folks, taking a look at the new merchandise here at the Toydarian Toymaker. Here's some of the cool stuff that you can buy at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. You can see it all looks handmade. Those toys are really cool. Look, an Admiral Akbar, C-3PO and R2-D2. Love it. Some awesome creatures that you'll be able to pick up at the creature stall. Look at this. This is a lot of fun. Very cool creatures. Some of them you've seen on screen before. Some of them in the background.
You want to buy like your
some Jedi robes. An outfit very similar to Rey. Actually, a couple of Rey-looking outfits. You can be a little Sith. Stuff you can buy at Black Spire Outfitters. Some more goodies from the Toydarian Toymaker. Darth Maul plushies, Yoda, Ewoks, Lando, Ahsoka. All of it looks fun and handmade, kind of, you know, to help you get the immersion into the world. And a board game up there. And here's another look at some of the games that you'll be able to get at the creature stall. Sabak, this matching game. Wooden Stormtrooper doll. Look at that. It looks hand carved. Lots of fun. Revealed yesterday at Star Wars Celebration, the Vader Immortal Episode 1 trailer from Oculus. You can see they're setting people up in these different rooms now with the VR headset so they can go ahead and interact with the game. I guess I'll take this one.
All right, and it's a brush pen, so you don't have to push really hard.
Okay.
Kind of block out on your computer.
Great, thank you. Look at all this stuff. All right, well, if you're coming here, let me see if I can find a spot. Looks like there's a spot here on Vader's finger. Oh, he said don't press hard. I'll just do IOM. That's me. Just as an indication of Saturday crowds, the Oculus booth is already capped until 3 o'clock. The Funko booth is capped till about the same time. It is currently 10:30. So people basically bum rushed the booth they want to check out first thing in the morning. So the weekends are definitely more crowded because folks, you know, they come, on the weekends because they've got jobs during the week, that kind of thing. Is 11 o'clock. The Galaxy's Edge panel is just starting, and the line has already formed for the 1:30 panel for Jedi Fallen Order, the new Electronic Arts game. Next up, we are here for the Jedi Fallen Order panel. Starts in about 26 minutes. But for you, momentarily.
Star Wars to your already impressive game resume.
So a small question we'll start with there.
Okay.
I've had the honor of working on creating some of the biggest IPs in gaming, right? Like with Medal of Honor, Call of Duty, Titanfall, Apex Legends. So to be able to add Star Wars, one of the biggest IPs in the world across any medium, is just, a childhood fantasy for me, right? Like I grew up, Star Wars is part of my DNA, it helped form who I am. So, when Stig and I started working together, it was one of the things we talked about, like, we want to do this game, and to finally realize
First thing you talked about.
Yeah. So it's wonderful. So, and a story game. This is a Jedi fantasy story. I think we're known for being, multiplayer shooter guys. It's not just who we are. This is a story game, no multiplayer, no microtransactions. It's about being a Jedi. So that's why you bring experts like Stig on, who again, Stig I've known for a long time. I tried to get him to work with me. God of War 3, one of my favorite games of all time. He finally said yes, and I was like, yeah, let's go.
Process of breaking a new story like this for a story game.
Sure. I mean, the process in general of crafting any narrative, regardless of Star Wars or not, is a labor of love. It takes time, a lot of effort, a lot of people having all sorts of conversations from across Lucasfilm, Respawn, EA, Disney, everywhere, to craft something together when it comes to this specific story. And it's a labor of love, like I said, and we can't wait for people to learn more about what this is. And, everybody pitches in here. We all kind of get together and get to this point of making something incredible. And it all starts, when Stig and team first came to our offices in San Francisco. They pitched us right away on wanting to tell a Jedi story. They wanted to put a lightsaber in the player's hand, give them force powers, and give them that opportunity. And we were immediately sold on that premise.
You make it sound so easy.
Always easy, but no, it's that premise, that simple idea is a place to start, but that process then of finding the specific story and the individual narrative for this game, that takes a lot longer, and that takes a lot more collaboration, a lot more rounds of iteration.
Something really important for both teams. So we did that by going back and forth on style guides or concept art, and even up to today we do level playthroughs together over and over just to nail this.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, as we've kind of all been alluding to, getting everybody aligned and getting everyone sort of centered and focused on executing a specific story, it's a lot of hard work, but everybody is driving towards the same goal, which is making a badass, kick-ass Jedi Star Wars game for people to love.
Sounds really good when you say it out loud.
That's how Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order takes place after Order 66, right? Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. And you're a Padawan who survives those events. And that's really all that we know. What else can you tell us about the story or the gameplay, anything today?
Well, high level, it's an action melee game. So you play as a Jedi on the run, in training, with a lightsaber and force powers. Now, we know the Star Wars audience is huge. We want to be able to please all Star Wars gamers, so we made sure that the combat is something that's easy to pick up, but also if you put the time in, you can master it. It has a lot of depth. So for us, it's important that we strike that right balance. This is Star Wars, but what I will say is combat is key for us. Internally, we call the combat in the game thoughtful combat, and what that means is you really have to size up your enemies, identify and exploit their weaknesses with all the powers that you have. But I could keep on talking about it, but we actually have a trailer today.
Already? I don't think anyone's going to argue with that. I want to see a trailer.
Wait a minute, can I qualify?
Yeah, please set it up for us.
First of all, a huge shout out to everybody at Respawn and EA for all the hard work that was put into it. It was a huge job to show this to the world. One thing that's important that everybody knows is this is Celebration, and I think people want to know a lot about the story. So we decided to focus on a story-based trailer, so this is not raw gameplay, but it is all gameplay assets that you will find in the game, and it is all rendered in Engine. Last but not least, we will be introducing a new hero to the galaxy, and he will be introduced in this trailer, and his name is Cal.
You want to see it? Here's the world premiere of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Let's take a look.
Wasn't always like this. But now, there are 3 rules to survive. Don't stand out. Accept the past. Trust no one. The galaxy's changed. Whatever you do, don't reach within. Don't stand out. Accept the past. Accept Order 66. Trust no one. Trust only in the Force.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order! Wow, that sounds great. Tell us more about Cal. Now, what's it been like to develop this brand new character, this hero Jedi?
So credit for creating Cal has to go to Stig and one of our writing team, Matt Miknovitz.
Matt Miknovitz. Oh, he's Matt Miknovitz, the writer for the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
He never lets me forget that they got it.
Right.
So Matt's a part of our writing team, which is like a really smart, talented group of people who make my life very interesting all the time. Anyway, so as you saw in the trailer, Cal's living in hiding. It's on a planet called Bracca, which is in the Mid-Rim. He's part of the Scrapper Guild, and he works tearing apart derelict starships, mostly decommissioned Capco ships from the Clone Wars. It's really hard, dangerous work. The dark times have shaped Cal. He keeps his head down, holding himself back from getting involved in the world around him. He can't trust anyone with the secrets he carries, for fear that it will endanger them. But eventually, Cal does get involved, and it puts an ignition on his trail.
And you might know a thing or two about this character as well, because I'm pretty sure it's the actor that plays Cal. You want to meet him? All right. Well, you may know him from Gotham. You may know him from Shameless. But soon you'll know him as Jedi Cal Kestis. Please welcome Cameron Monaghan to the stage.
Cameron Monaghan, the guy who plays Joker on Gotham.
Hi, Chicago. This is amazing. This is straight up one of my favorite cities in the world. This place has a lot of personal significance for me, so I can't believe I get to show the trailer here of all places. This is amazing. Give it up for Chicago.
Yeah.
Just the city itself. Thank you. I give it up for Chicago.
Chicago, Star Wars, and Respawn. I think we're all on cloud nine here. This is great.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be the next Jedi?
Oh, it's no big deal. It's only every kid's freaking dream ever to be a Jedi. It's incredible. If I told my 10-year-old self who had the VHS box set of the original trilogy, and he watched like certain scenes over and over to the point that they were like fuzzy and worn out, the Darth Vader Return of the Jedi scenes, of course. If I told that kid that he was gonna get to swing a lightsaber one day, I think that his brain just would have exploded and leaked out of his ears. It's still kind of leaking out of my ears a little bit right now, I'll be honest. It's really surreal. It's amazing.
And Cameron, what is it about Cal Kestis that drew you to that part? But tell us a little bit about that character.
Well, he immediately jumped off the page. He felt really distinct with what you guys had already built and created, but he was, he has this sort of grit to him. He's street smart and wary, and he's been through a lot, but at the same time, there's this sort of optimism to him. He's ultimately a very good-hearted person, even though he's experienced a bunch of tragedy. And yeah, that was something that immediately spoke.
Character, yeah. Who's that? Who's that?
That's this lovely character. So that is the second sister Inquisitor. So a new Inquisitor that we have designed and developed and are introducing in this game. And for those with eagle eyes, we have actually teed up this character in an image of Darth Vader number 19. If you go back and take a look, written by Charles Soule. We have put her already out in the world, but it's from the design and from these guys as we were planting those seeds for what will ultimately pay off in this game. And
How awesome is that?
You know, she's a member of the Inquisitorius out there hunting down Jedi after Order 66.
That's droid character. Yeah, right here. Who's this little droid right here? What can you tell us about this droid?
That little guy is BD1. And internally at Respawn, that stands for Buddy Droid 1. And that's exactly what he is to Cal. They're best friends. I would not consider BD a sidekick at all. They're equals, and they go on this journey together. And they really learn how to lean on one another. And like we've been saying, this is dark times, so you need somebody to provide a little bit of light, and that's exactly what BD does.
I guess they're melee troopers here. Tell us about these troopers. They looked so good in that trailer.
Yeah, sure. So these are new troopers we're introducing called Purge Troopers. And creating new troopers in Star Wars is always a fun experiment, and finding the utility that you're looking for in the troopers. We've seen multiple variations over years of films and TV shows. We have Shore Troopers and Death Troopers and Snow Troopers and Flame Troopers and onwards, and we wanted to, develop something for this game.
Yeah, there's always a lot of rumors floating around in the galaxy of Jedi fightings, especially this time. And it's actually the Inquisitor's job to hunt them down, but like Steve was mentioning, there's so few of them, so they actually send these Purge Troopers to investigate. And when they do encounter a Jedi, they call the Inquisitors back in. But these troopers are also specially trained to fight Jedi, so when they do encounter one, they're really eager to fight them.
You want to meet some Purge troopers? Yeah! Bring them out! Bring them out! Careful! Cal's lightsaber.
How do you know that's Cal's lightsaber?
Oh, well then, okay, all right. Well then what can you tell us about it? Yeah, you're right, it does look very storied. Looks like it's been through some things. What can you tell us about this?
So the lightsaber, I don't think we're going to be talking about that until we release the game. You guys wouldn't want us to. It's so intimately tied to the story. It's just full of spoilers. What I will say is that over the course of the game, it will grow and evolve, and in many respects is kind of a reflection of Cal.
The lightsaber will change and evolve.
You heard what I said.
Oh, shut down. This game. When is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order coming into our lives and our homes to play? Vince?
Let me think about it. November 15th, 2000.
This year, November 15th, 2019.
Xbox, PlayStation, PC, full simultaneous launch.
Xbox, PlayStation.
Holiday.
This holiday. Xbox, PC, PlayStation 4, November 15th, 2019. Why is 2019 so amazing? That's so great.
What did you guys think of the trailer? I thought it was okay. You know, I was hoping for a bit more action. It wasn't a big, bombastic, you know, trailer that really psyched me up for it. I'm excited about, you know, the ability to play as a Jedi and a lot of the things they talked about, but the trailer itself, not loving it. So fast forward a couple of hours from where you just saw us, we are at AMC East something. Yeah, I don't know. It's AMC, because there is a special D23 screening of Return of the Jedi. And if you are a D23 member, you could register to come to the screening, and we are D23 members, which actually reminds me, we will be at D23 Expo in August. So if you're interested in that, make sure you've liked and subscribed and done all that stuff, because when we go in August, we'll bring you guys along with us, you know, virtually, and show you all the goodies there.
And we're gonna do the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, we're gonna hit up Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland while we're there, so that'll be fun. So make sure you're subscribed for that. But yeah, we're gonna go see Return of the Jedi, and we'll check in with you guys in the next video. So thank you
Show
guys.
how many people are here?
Yeah, there's a line behind us.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's a 40-year-old movie, and people are here. So thank you guys for watching. Again, make sure you subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Say hi if you see us roaming around.
Tell you what happens with the movie.
Yeah, no spoilers. No spoilers. We'll catch you guys next time.